What's happening, boys? How's it going? I was just sitting here chilling by a lake, reflecting again, thinking, I just finished up some short form content, bits and bobs of trading advice, etc, etc, but a big thought popped into my head. Something that I haven't really thought about for a while, but is a major event in my life. And that was, I literally almost lost 6 years of my life. And just even thinking about that makes me feel like, right, I would be getting out around now. For context, around 5 years ago, was it 5? Yeah, 5 years ago now, it'll be 6 years in December. It was 2019, the 19th of December. My door got kicked off by the boys in blue, eh? Them little fuckers. But, quite frankly, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. Technically, it was the second time because I didn't learn my lesson from the first raid. My door got kicked off a second time. And they tried to, it was a year later, the case was gone on for so long. They was trying to nick me as an adult. The first time I got arrested was, I was 17 and I was tried as a minor. But we hadn't had our main hearing yet. So about 2-3 weeks before our main court hearing, my door comes flying off again. I hadn't learnt my lesson. I had a shitload of grub in the house. And yeah, they've dragged me to the station, slapped me on remand, and I've waited for my hearing. But they tried to get me on my 18th birthday. They wanted to put me in prison. Bearing in mind, I hadn't hurt anyone. I haven't really done anything bad, so to say, apart from sell a shit load of fucking cocaine. And a fucking shitload of it. But apart from that, I was just a young lad in a fucking situation. I'd got used to the situation because, granted, I've been doing it for a few years now, so yeah, like, it was normal to me. Everything was so normal and everything was so, it was just life, I didn't really think anything of it. I was known as the guy you could call for a little bit of sniff, for a bit of green, anything that you need really, but I only handled coke and weed. I don't even know if I can say that on here, but who gives a fuck? And yeah, like I said, everything was just normal because I've been doing it for so long. And obviously once I got my door kicked off and I was dragged out of my house and dragged to the cells twice, the second time really made me think, like, is this a life that I want to be living? I mean, I didn't really have a choice. It's not a life that I wanted to get involved in the first place. It was completely my choice, actually. That's a lie. I decided to do it, but I didn't have any other paths, any other options that I could see clearly, Everyone around me that was doing legit work was struggling. That wasn't, and I was fucking, 15 when I first started doing this shit, so that's not an option. It's not an option for me to go and get a job and start. I had a job as a bar boy in fucking a pub in Eton. I got paid like £60 in my last month, and I was like, what the fuck is this, bruv? And then I went and spoke to a few people, and I just started doing my thing, do you know what I mean? But yeah, years went by of me doing this, and it provided for my family. I was enjoying life. I was making good fucking money from it. But, I never really thought about what I was doing. And all while there's people online now, the online space is getting bigger and people are doing mad things, and I'm seeing occasionally a few people, like, I didn't really use social media that much back then because, I was just fucking that guy that sold packs, so bro, you're calling me on a liker. Like, bro, I've had a brick phone and I had an iPhone, but I just used to speak to my girl on it, so yeah, like, I never really used Instagram and nothing like that. Still, I started posting music, but even then, that was all after this shit happened. So, long story short, I got out of my court hearing, Crown Court, top floor, mate. Fucking serious case it was. 3 of my friends with me as well. My brothers, still to this day. 2 of them are fucking ride or dies, man. But yeah, literally, like, the fucking guy before I was in the same court, like, just stabbed his mum or some shit. He went to jail. But yeah, we was in the serious court, and I got so lucky. I had like, they was trying to slap me with 6 years. I mean, starting was like 10, 12 years as an adult, but they was trying to give me 6 years because of how much weight I had, because of the people I was with, everything, but the case had gone on for so long that I was on tag for a while, so I managed to get like a year off of my sentence for that. I started going to college, trying to do things, you know, trying to get myself back in the system as a thriving community member, you know, what they want you to do and that. So I went to college in Kingston, started doing music, you know, learning how to make instrumentals and whatnot. And yeah, that helped, but I ended up getting kicked out there because my fucking tutor saw the ankle monitor on my thing and he was like, what the fuck, bruv? I've been teaching for 30 years and no one's ever walked in my class with a tag on their ankle. And I was like, mate, listen, I've hit it for 2 months, do you know what I mean? Like, give it a break. But no, I ended up getting kicked out from that. But all of that helped towards, this was all whilst my case was going on, you know. And, you know, I wasn't like going around chatting about it like I was a big bad man or nothing. I didn't really give a fuck about any of that, man. I wasn't doing any of this shit to be a big bad man or any of that, bro. I was providing for my little sister and providing for my mum. So, yeah, right now, really and truly, I just wanted this court hearing to be over, man. I was doing anything I could to help it, you know, because I didn't really have much backing on my side, bro. I went guilty. My guilty plea got me a certain percentage off. I think it was like 25% or something. Coronavirus, this was just as the coronavirus shit happened. So literally, we actually got a 10% corona discount off of our sentence as well. But all of these things, plus mitigating circumstances from how I was living and stuff, and the reasons why I was doing these things and stuff, you know, I had reasons or excuses behind it. And apparently that was valid to the judge. So she knocked a good few years off of my sentence. And I remember I was sitting in the court and she looked me dead in my eyes and she said, we've got your sentence down to 2.5 years. And then I just froze. I was like, okay. But I didn't say okay, that's what I was thinking. And then she goes, we can't suspend your sentence, so you have to do a custodial sentence of 2.5 years. We can only suspend your sentence at 2 years. And then she just went, well, like my heart like went through my fucking arse, and I was like, right, safe, well, that's it then, innit, yeah? But, well, my heart didn't go, bro, I was plugged up as well, don't get it twisted, bro. I had a fucking phone up my arse, bro. I had a fucking ½ ounce of ganja Brino. I was patterned and ready to go, but I didn't want to go, do you know what I mean? I was just preparing for the worst and hoping for the best, as you do. So, yeah, but she's gone, but. And then after she said but, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, I just felt this wave of just shock of just what the fuck is going on now? Like, she's playing with my life, she's playing with my future here. And she said, but I can take this ½ a year off and I can suspend your sentence due to all of the shit that has been going on in your life. Milked it a bit, and then was like, safe, I've suspended your sentence. So what that meant is I got to fucking go home. I was still in this shit. I had to report to probation every month. Well, I had to sign on at the police station every fucking week, and then once they realised I wasn't going to run, I got probation every month, and then, yeah, it went on for 2 years, but when I got out of there, I said to myself, right, you didn't learn the first raid, you must have learnt the second raid, because you've just almost lost 6 years of your life. You're lucky you got it down to 2.5, and you're lucky that this fucking judge has actually blessed it and taken you off the ½ a year to actually suspend it. Otherwise, I would not be where I am today, because the 2 years that I spent on a suspended sentence, I didn't leave my fucking house. Because one, I was scared that I was going to get in shit. If I'd got arrested for anything, I was very known for what I was doing. I moved area because I wanted to stay away from this shit. Not far, granted, just about 20 minutes around the corner, but it was enough to not get asked to do anything, you know? Not get asked for this or asked for that, or, you know, can you sort that problem, or can you sort that? No, I can't do anything now. I'm away from that shit. So I moved out and I stayed with my dad, and the 2 years I had fuck all, but I managed to get a job, and it wasn't really doing much for me. It was an apprenticeship, I remember that these are the only 2 jobs I've ever had apart from that fucking bar job. And as an apprentice like cabinet maker, but I was just a driver's mate really. So I was doing that, I had a fucking right laugh. Got a good friend to this day from Brownie, love you Brownie, he's a G. We used to just blaze up bare zoots, bruv, and deliver fucking 40 grand kitchens and fuck them up a bit, it was jokes. But yeah, I was doing that, and then during that I had discovered trading, day trading, forex trading. It was forex trading at the start in crypto, and through a guy called Ricky, actually, someone that I'm actually very close to now. So without my brother Ricky, and thank you for everything that you've done for me, my brother, without him, I wouldn't have actually gained the vision that I have today. I wouldn't be where I am today, because I just wouldn't have known I wouldn't have known the possibilities, you know. I saw him, he was a real guy doing this, living, loving life, you know, just happy, and everything was cushy for him. So I was like, fuck, I want that, bro, do you know what I mean? I want money, I want relationships, I want network, I want everything, do you know what I mean? And I'm willing to fucking work for it, mate. I've been through the ringer, bro. I'm a grafter. Now, any job that I've done, do you know what I mean? And I say actually 2 jobs, I had 3 jobs. I went from that apprentice cabinet making to labouring, and then labouring I didn't have enough time to do what I needed to do afterwards because I was getting mugged off a bit. So I fucked him off, left him in the shit, that was jokes. And then I started at Waitrose warehouse in Bracknell, and this job actually really aligned with what I was doing, and I mugged them off completely as well. So I actually managed to get a lot from them because I was working 6 a.m. till 2, and after that I was working till fucking midnight, sometimes 1, 2 a.m. studying trading. I was doing this for fucking years, all right? Like, this is just a really summarized story right now because this is what I was thinking about. And if any of you guys are in a fucking position where you are stuck in life, whether you are in my position or not, if you was in my position or if you are in my old position, you can fucking sort it out, you can get out of it, bro. There's so many ways you can make money now. If you are fucking trapping and clapping, save up some bread from that, bruv, and just get into something else, you know what I mean? And it's pretty simple. But if you're in another rut in life and you don't believe that there's any way you can get out of it, that you don't have any vision, trust me, bro, there's so much you can do. There's so much you can fucking do. You don't have to work that 9 to 5 you're doing. You don't have to sell the fucking drugs. You don't have to do any of this shit. You can literally go online, pick a fucking skill, determine yourself to it, and you will make money. Like, life is not what it was for 10 years. Life isn't even what it was 5 years ago. Times are changing so fast, and you can make serious bread in these days. You just need to set yourself on the frequency and align yourself with the fucking money, bruv, and it starts rolling in. So, learn some shit, do you know what I mean? It saved my life. Like, after that suspended sentence, I really did not know what the fuck I wanted to do. Oh yeah, the boys are out on the scrams. Jokes. Yeah, I really didn't know what I wanted to do, and without seeing Ricky and what he was doing and getting inspiration from him, I don't know, I may have found another way around it, but it wouldn't have been as soon, and it wouldn't have been as effective, you know? Like, when I see that, I decided, and then I haven't gone back on that decision since. Every single day. I mean, granted, since I've moved out to Thailand, I slowed down a lot on educating myself and learning, which I'm getting way back onto now because, you know, I'm going back to my roots. I'm gonna excel in my trading way better than I can, you know. Like, I'm nowhere near my max potential. There's so much that I can do, there's so much that I can learn. There's more industries I can get involved in that I will be getting involved in. So, yeah, you know. Put that away. But yeah, I just wanted to speak on that because it's a crazy thought to me to feel that if that judge didn't spare my life of them 2 years, where would I be now? If I had even wasted them 2 years, where would I be now, you know? Shit, it's mental. I'm just relaxing by the lake, doing my thing right now in Phuket. But fuck, You know, literally, I remember my youth worker was telling me, before I went into that courtroom, yacht worker, you know, they have yacht workers, because I was underage, bro. She was telling me, bro, they're cleaning you out of cell in Feltham right now. Feltham YY, that's where you're going if you go to prison. They clean you out of cell right now, there's a 90% chance you're going to prison, lovely. I was like, what, 90%? She was like, yeah. She was like, don't worry, we can get some systems in place when you're in there and try and help you and help you get out on early. Fuck all of that shit. I had a Leica mobile and a fucking ounce plugged up my ass, dog. I was ready. Fuck. But that's what I mean, it's crazy. How did I go from that to this? I don't know. That to this to that. Life's mental, innit? But you can change it. You're the only motherfucker that can actually change it. I'm the only motherfucker that could have changed it. Granted, I got inspiration and I got vision, but if I didn't act upon that, if I didn't trust myself, where the fuck would I be? Selling packs with Big Philly. Washing up with Mark. Fish. Lol. But yeah, man, I'm just gonna have a little relax, read some of my book, smoke a fucking doink, because I finished all my content and that today now, so I can have a little poink. And then, yeah, bruv, I'm human like you, man, do you know what I mean, bruv? And I live in Thailand, shit's legal out here, so. I have my vices, but I get shit done. So yeah, boys, peace and love. You man are the fucking dog's bollocks, bruv. Everyone that's watching this is gonna be successful. And it's as simple as that, because you wouldn't watch these types of videos if you wasn't trying, if you wasn't doing something, do you know what I mean? So I know you're all doing a little something on the something, and keep up your something, because your something will make you bread. Trust me, safe.